Well, I thought I would do a bit of an update regarding what's going on in the solar shed. So recently we got one of those new dumb meters fitted, so I cannot actually use the grid tie inverter anymore. So if I was to still use it, it would actually show up on the new meter and probably cause all sorts of problems with the electricity company or whatever. So that's now gone, and instead what I do is charge the car just using this inverter here, which I hardly ever used, to be honest, because most of the power was just getting fed back via the grid tie inverter into the car or back into the house. So now that this is getting used more often, I've used about 27 kilowatt hours just in the last week or so, just out of that inverter. So it's getting used pretty heavily to charge the car. So this electricity meter here keeps track of all of that. I've not yet had a situation where these batteries have been sitting fully charged and unable to take in any more power, because there's always space in the car for electricity, so I should be able to run it that way for quite a while longer. I did have this, I think it's a 100 amp circuit breaker, and I was using this with the grid tie inverter. No, sorry, with just on the whole thing. It was actually just in here, in line with that fuse as well, and it would get utterly roasting. So I've just removed it, and I've only got the fuse in place now. That's the main fuse. It's 125 amps. So this inverter, when it's charging the car, will consume about 70 amps mostly, at the most. So that fuse gets a bit warm and that's it. That's totally fine now. Before, for logging the watt hours, I used to take track of every single day. I would actually record a video of me going through this, and I would type it into a spreadsheet, but it's just too much hassle, and to be honest, I don't actually use too much power from the DC side anymore anyway. Mostly the only thing that's really consuming power is the CCTV camera and the shed lights from the DC side of this, so it's really not that much at all. And sometimes I'll charge my electric bike off there, but that's not too often anymore. So I'm thinking actually of maybe selling half these batteries anyway, because I'm trying to just simplify my life, basically, get rid of quite a lot of stuff. And I was thinking maybe just use what's left of these batteries, which will probably be just about half, and maybe eventually make an electric motorbike. It wouldn't be terribly fast, but I've got this big motor sitting down in here. It's about 7 kilowatts, so I should be able to make a motorbike which could be ridden on like a CBT, which is a UK sort of license thing for motorbikes. So maybe I will do something with that. But that's where we're at just now anyway. Now just charging the car off that inverter, and well, it's a more simpler way of operating. All I need to do is just read that meter occasionally and then just put it into my spreadsheet, and it's actually quite a bit easier. So these batteries, they actually have there's no active balancing on these, and most people would say that's pretty unsafe. But the thing is, I never actually fully charge them. I only ever charge this to about 4 volts per cell, so it's got a huge headway to go before cells actually start getting overcharged. And I always keep an eye on it. Like every week, I'll put a multimeter along each one, and they only go out of balance about 0.001 volts per 2 weeks. They stay absolutely perfectly in balance. A very I very rarely have to actually balance them myself. And to balance them, basically what I would do is I just put this on it here. This is just quite a powerful resistor basically. This gets red hot and it just dissipates power from any cells which are just slightly high, and then I can keep them totally in balance that way. I've never had a problem with it. So I'm actually going to go to college in 2 months and study electrical engineering, and I hope to be able to develop an affordable battery management system which I can sell. It would have features like it would warn you when cells are over voltage and like shut down chargers or whatever. It would have various outputs, and it would be cheap because it would be using entirely analog electronics. So maybe that could be something for the future, I don't know.